Hi one and all. So in the previous class, we were discussing about how to handle the events, right? Specifically, we learned about element triggering event, image triggering event, system triggering event, right? The bottom line of the yesterday's class is we learned how to monitor an event. Either this event can be a click event or a key press event or both, and then we learned how to specify the actions or an handler for the specific event, right, and we learned this with by taking an example, practical example, right? So remember, instead of monitor events activity, you need to use an activity called trigger scope in order to work with the practical examples for element triggering events or image triggering events, right, or system triggering events, correct? And then we revisited few recorders. Specifically, we revisited a basic recorder, and then we understood the main difference between basic recorder and desktop recorder, right? So today's class objective is we shall revisit other two recorders called web recorder and Citrix recorder, and then we shall see one more important functionality of UiPath Studio called screen scraping, right? So once again I will repeat, the today's class objective is to learn about web recorder once again and Citrix recorder, and then one more important functionality called screen scraping, right? So first we shall start with the web recorder. So as the name itself says, so usually this will be used by RPA developer to record the actions performed by a user on a web applications, right? And we already have learned that in order to work with the web recording, you should make sure that the UiPath extension for the browser you have focused on, that extension has to be installed, right? Have you remembered the steps that we did if we want when we are trying to extract the data from a Flipkart website, right? It means if you have targeted a Firefox browser, okay, to record the actions performed by the human being on a Firefox browser, then an extension for Firefox browser has to be installed in UiPath Studio, it seems. Then there is a step over here how to do that. I hope you have already experienced this. Once again I will show you, or I will repeat if you have forgotten. So just you have to go to home and then go to tools, and you will find extensions for different browsers here. See, this is what I was telling. If you want to work with the Firefox browser, then you have to install the extension of Firefox for UiPath Studio, and if you want to work with the Chrome browser, then you have to install the Chrome extension for UiPath Studio, right? So we already have done this. I hope you can recall that, right? And recording, according to the author, web recording is similar to desktop recording, it seems, right? Just you have to record the actions and then you have to save it in the designer panel, correct? So you already have familiar with this. With that hope, I will continue with the further concepts, right? There is an example over here in order to again to exercise web recording. So I will suggest to execute or to follow these steps, okay? And then we already have according to the author, there is also another option, it seems, in web recorder. So what is that option? We can able to extract information from websites, it seems, right? Again, you already have learned this in the previous classes itself. And then the technical term for extracting the information from websites is called data scraping, right? And in the textbook or in the presentation, they have given the steps to demonstrate how to extract the data from Amazon website. But anyhow, we have seen how to extract the data from Flipkart website also in the previous classes, right? So again, those who have not done this previously, just follow the steps in the presentation to extract the data from the Amazon website, or just watch the previous classes video to understand about this. And I have already explained how to extract the data that is panned or that is present in one page, and the data present in multiple pages in the previous classes itself, right? So the last recorder, according to the syllabus that we have to revisit, is Citrix recorder. So remember, this Citrix recorder is used to deal with remote desktop connection, it seems. remote desktop connection, it seems, where the basic recorder and desktop recorder can't be used, right? And in other words, this recorder is used in remote desktop protocol environment, it seems, is nothing but remote desktop connection. I mean, taking the control of the remote machine from your machine. That's what remote desktop connection says. And the difference here it is, see, remember, in previous versions of UiPath Studio, Citrix Recorder was working through the images and only through image and through text mode, it seems. Clear? That's why the author is telling that in Citrix environment we have only the click text or click image activities, it seems. I mean, previously in UiPath Studio, I mean specifically in previous versions of UiPath Studio, if you want to use Citrix recording, then you have to use only the activities which falls under text and images only, it seems. Image only, it seems. And this is the list of activities that you can find in the activities panel when you choose a Citrix recording, right? But I will come to the current version of the UiPath Studio. If you choose or if you click on recording options, then here can you see, you will not find an option called Citrix recording, but that has been renamed in higher version or current version of UiPath Studio as native Citrix recording. The reason is now this native Citrix recording will work similar to desktop and basic recording, it seems. See here, just if you click on that, can you see a record option here? See, this recording option will also, you will also get recording option when you choose desktop recording, can you see? And even if you choose basic recording, can you see? So previously this recording was not there if you choose the recording option as Citrix recording option, and instead of this you are getting only the image or a pointer, something, a pointer, or clicking a pointer to an image like that. That's what the author is telling here. Remember, okay, previously it was only click text and click image activities, it seems. Okay, you were not getting, I mean, in that recorder you were not getting this recording option. So what is that? What this has an impact here? See, this says that now Citrix recording, specifically native Citrix recording, can be used similar to basic and desktop recording. Like for example, how you people were choosing the recording option, then specifying the target element, right? Then specifying the target element, and then clicking escape, and then choosing save and exit, so that it will record the actions and place it in the designer panel. So exactly in the same way now Citrix native Citrix recording will work. So this is what I want to explain to you here at this time. Okay, but in the older versions of UiPath Studio, you will not find this flexibility when you want to record the actions specifically in a remote machine. Clear? I hope you understood the differences between the older version of Citrix recording and the current native Citrix recording, which is available in the current version of UiPath Studio. Clear? So with that, we shall understand one more interesting concept called screen scraping. As the name itself says, this is a method or a technique for extracting the data, usually textual data, from documents, websites and PDF files, it seems. So according to the author, it is also a very powerful method for extracting text, it seems. Right? So when you can, or in which scenario you can use screen scraping is when your intention is used to extract the data from documents. Either it can be a notepad document or a Word document, right, or a PDF document, or from websites or from images. Then you can go for a functionality called screen scraping, right? So there are three ways, it seems. So screen scraper wizard has three methods, it seems. One is full text, another one is native method, and the other one is OCR. OCR stands for optical character recognition, right? So there is a summary over here. Okay, before coming to this, just I will demonstrate. I think that will sounds good. And after demonstrating these three methods, and demonstrating where you will get screen scraper functionality in UiPath Studio, then I hope you will better understand this theory or summary. Clear? So now I will go to the tool. Okay, can you see an option called screen scraping here? So this is what I was telling, that this is also one of the important functionality that you will get in UiPath Studio. Just click it here and obviously you will find an handler. Can you see here? So where you can specify the target. Okay, I will specify the target as this, I mean header of the PowerPoint presentation, where it has a text called RPA Unit 3 and PowerPoint, right? So click it over here, and then you will get a window, and then you will get a window where you will can find three methods. Can you see there? Three methods. One is called full text, and the other one is called native and OCR. Okay, this is what the author is telling. Screen Scraper Wizard has three scrapping methods. One is full text, and the one is native, and the one is OCR. Right? This is what I was telling. And can you see here? This is interesting. This the result of the method that you have chosen, or the technique that you have chosen here, will be displayed here. This is the text that you are getting from the header. Clear? Okay. And see here, the result that you will get from a technique will vary from method to method. Now the current method that we have used is full text, and if I choose the current method as native, and if I click on refresh button, see, can you see here? Now it can't able to extract the text from that header of the PowerPoint presentation. And similarly, if I go to the another technique called OCR, and if I click on refresh, okay, it will take more time compared to the other two techniques. Can you see here? It has given some text which is RPA Unit 3, but drawing tools is not needed, right? But the important observation that you can do over here is, so result of the methods will vary. Correct? See, native, full text. Okay, it is varying. Correct? And it will also show the time that the particular method has taken in order to get the results, right? Correct? So I hope now I can go back to the presentation, and we shall understand a few details about full text and native and OCR. See, according to the author, the full text activity is used to extract information from various types of documents. Just for the time being, I have been trying to extract the text present in the header of the presentation. And according to the author, this full text method will give 100% accuracy rate, it seems, and it is the fastest method among all other methods like native and OCR, it seems, and it even works in the background, it seems. Means you can push that job to the background and you can expect the result from full text method. And it is also capable of extracting hidden text. Means, see, in some cases the text may be hidden in an image, and if you want to extract that hidden text, you can use full text method, but you can't expect 100% result in those cases. And remember, however, it is not suitable for a virtual environments or Citrix environment. Similarly, in case of native method, it is also used to extract the text. It also gives 100% accuracy rate, it seems, but it will not work in the background, right? And it will take a little bit more time compared to full text method, and it can't able to extract a hidden text. It also does not work with the virtual environment. And in case of OCR is used when previous two methods fail, it seems, to extract information. It means in some cases, like I think when we see like this. So this is in this case, in case of native method, you can't able to extract the text from that particular target UI element. And if I go to full text, even here I can't able to get the text from that environment. In this scenario, you can go to the OCR, it seems, and if you choose refresh, can you see? Now you can able to extract some text from the target element. This is what the author is telling. So make it simple, or the bottom line is, depending on your requirement, whether you want to extract a text with 100% accuracy and which should work in the background as well, and it should also extract hidden text, then you have to go with the full text method. And if your requirement is that should work in the foreground only, it should not work in the background, and it should not extract hidden text, and it is okay with the 100% accuracy rate, then you have to go with the native method. Sometimes in the worst case you can't able to extract the text either using full text or native method, then obviously you have to go with the OCR method, it seems. So like this, depending on your requirement, you have to choose the method for scraping the data from a screen, right? Okay, again, either you can choose this option in order to specify the target element or a region here. Okay, so this is at a high level discussion. And one more important point you can observe here, if I choose OCR as a method, it's taking approximately 2287 milliseconds, but if I choose full text, it is taking 21 milliseconds. Okay, and if I choose native, 106 milliseconds. See, out of this, I think full text was taking less time in order to get the result, right? Don't worry about the result. Actually here it is giving the incorrect result, but look at the time. So that's what it is telling, that it is the fastest method compared to other two methods, right? And in case of OCR, there are two OCR available, it seems. One is Microsoft OCR and the other one is Google OCR, where you can find this here itself. Choose it as an OCR, and can you see here the OCR engine that is available is Microsoft OCR and Tesseract and UiPath Screen OCR. This is the new OCR engine that is being developed by UiPath community itself, called UiPath Screen OCR. But in older versions of UiPath Studio, you can't able to find this OCR, and you can able to find only these two, Microsoft OCR and Tesseract OCR. Tesseract OCR is also called as Google OCR, and you can use the scale level. You can also use the scale level, it seems, depending on your need, it seems. Okay, I will show the scale here. So can you see a scale property here? This scale 1 indicates that you are dealing with a small size image, but if you choose refresh, you are getting RPA unit 3. Then if you can choose the scale level as 2. If you assuming that if you are not getting the actual result, then choose refresh. Now can you see RPA unit 3 PowerPoint? You got additional PowerPoint. Actually this result is more more accurate compared to the previous one. Observe here 1. So there is no PowerPoint here. Means in the previous case, this Microsoft OCR engine was dealing with the small image in order to extract the data or the text data from that image, and you observed that you are not getting the more accurate result. Hence, you change the scale to 2. So now you got 100% result. Can you see RPA unit 3 PowerPoint drawing tools? Okay, can you see that? So like this, you will also have flexibility to deal with the scale property. Remember, scale means actually it will specify the size of the image. If scale is 1, as you are dealing with small size image. If scale is 2, you are dealing with a larger size of the image. Like this, it goes on. Clear? So this is what he has mentioned here, and there is a summary to compare full text, native and OCR methods. You can go through this. Okay, and then there is an exercise here, or they have specified the steps over here, how to specify the scrapping method, and where you will get the preview of the result. Okay, and I had demonstrated this practically with the help of UiPath Studio, right? So you will have an option also, like here you will have checkboxes to get additional features, like whether you want to get the words info, where the words which has been extracted from the image, like that you can choose this. So like this, depending on the requirement, you can specify the scale level, and either you can use, can you see here invert, I will talk about this invert in few seconds. Okay, then OCR. Okay, good. There is another scenario where you can decide whether you want to use OCR or not. Simple. So there is an activity called getText. Okay, actually as the name itself says, the job of that activity is to retrieve or to get the text from a specific target UI element, right? And actually what it has to do, it has to return the textual information from that target UI element. But if it fails to return the actual text present in that target UI element, then you can decide that, oh, then you can go ahead with an OCR technique, right? This is what the author is telling. Okay, then I already mentioned there are two types of OCR that are available in UiPath Studio, but currently three types, right? Which are the old two types? One is given by Microsoft people and another given by Google people. This is what I said recently. Tesseract is also called as an Google OCR, right? But a new version of OCR you can find in the current version of UiPath Studio, which is given by UiPath community, called UiPath Screen OCR, right? Okay, and there is an steps over here, which is an exercise for you. So just follow this, and so that you will come to know that when get text activity fails to retrieve the text, then you can go ahead with an OCR, or you can choose the OCR engine. So again, there is a repetition here. Two types of OCRs available in UiPath Studio, one is given by Microsoft and Google. However, as I already mentioned, there will be an advantages and disadvantages also. So at a high level, the advantages of Google OCR includes, according to the author, it will support multiple language, it seems, okay, like English or Hindi, some other languages. Make it simple, more than one language will be supported by Google OCR, and it is suitable for extracting the text from a small area, it seems. I mean, even though the image or the target image area is small, you can able to extract the text. Okay, and it has full support for color inversion, it seems. I mean color, this is what I said, I will come back to inversion. As the name itself says, color inversion means, see, if I look at this slide, there is an the background color of this slide is white color, whereas textual color is in a black color, right? If you can invert this also, or you will face a situation in such a way that you will have background color as a black color and text as a white color. Even in those cases, the Google OCR will work, it seems. And you can have a filter option, it seems. I mean, I will show you practically. Filter means here, choose only the numbers, choose only uppercase letters, lowercase letters, choose only phone numbers, currency. These are the filters. If you choose only the uppercase characters, then it will try to fetch only the retrieve or fetch only the uppercase characters. Can you see here? Only it will try to extract the uppercase characters from the target UI element, it seems. Okay, this is the advantages of Google OCR, but the advantages of Microsoft OCR is, even Microsoft OCR will support multiple languages by default, and the important thing is it is suitable to extract the data from larger area, but this will not work for a smaller area. So like this, you need to go through the advantages and its disadvantages of each and OCRs, different OCRs that is available in UiPath Studio one by one by varying the target element, so that you will better understand which technique will work in which scenario and which technique will not work in a specific scenario, right? And there is one more interesting point or important point that you need to be aware is, don't think that only the OCRs that I listed, like Microsoft or Google OCR or UiPath Screen OCR, don't think that only these three you can able to use. You can add other OCRs given by other people also, where you can find that in the activities panel, it seems. Okay, in the activity panel, it seems. You already familiar with the activity panel, right? You already have familiar with the activity panel. This is the activity panel. Just type OCR in the filter. See, you will find different OCRs given by different peoples. Okay, and if you want to use either UiPath or UiPath document OCR, depending on the requirement, you can choose the OCRs here. But if you don't find the OCR which is not present over here, okay, for example, the author has told that there is an OCR called ABBYY, so or XYZ OCR. And if you want to use that, but it is not available here by default, then you have to go over here, manage packages, and can you see a filter here, or you can choose all packages, and you should make sure that your system has been connected to internet, and you can type here like ABBYY OCR or just OCR or XYZ OCR, then you will get related packages here, and choose the relevant packages. Let us assume that this is the relevant package, and it will show you the version information and description, and if it is the required package, then you choose install. Clear? So this is the way that you can choose other OCRs other than Microsoft or Google or UiPath Screens OCR. This is what the author has been mentioned here. There is an example over here also, and there is one more interesting example that has been given here. Okay, so that you will better understand how to extract the text from an image here. So just this is an exercise for you people. Just type any codes, English codes in an address bar of any browser, and choose any particular image as a target image, and try to extract the code or the textual content present in that image by using either Google or Microsoft OCR. And there is a step here also. There is a step here also. You just follow this and try to understand how different OCR techniques will work, or bottom line is how screen scraping functionality will work in UiPath Studio. Clear? Okay, so just I will conclude this session. What we learned in today's class is we revisited Web Recorder and also Citrix Recorder, and we learned that Citrix Recorder has been updated in the current version of UiPath Studio. The flexibility, so updation has given flexibility for us. What is that flexibility? In case of native Citrix recording, you can record the actions on virtual applications or remote desktop applications, like how you were recording the actions in basic and desktop recording. That flexibility has been given in the current version of UiPath Studio, but whereas in later version of UiPath Studio, if your aim is to deal with the what I can say remote applications, then you would have used image or text mode itself. Okay, that has been overcome in the recent version of UiPath Studio, and we learned one of the important functionality of UiPath Studio called screen scraping. Okay, and we understood different techniques that are available for screen scraping and differences also, and we learned in which situation actually you need to use OCR, right? Right, and I will suggest one more exercise that you have to do, as I said here, and there is also steps in the presentation itself. Just follow that and let me know whether you have succeeded or failed in this following this exercise or doing this exercise. Clear? Okay, in the coming class we shall see another interesting concept called how to avoid typical failure points while automating the tasks. Clear? With this I will end the session. So thank you one and all.